You ever try to learn something really complex, say artificial intelligence, and your brain just shuts down? Well, today we're going to break down this amazing new way to learn that honestly flips the whole thing on its head. It turns learning into a game. Okay, let's be real for a sec. When someone starts throwing around terms like machine learning or deep neural networks, what's your first reaction? Are you leaning in, all excited, or do you kind of feel your eyes glaze over? Yeah, for a lot of us, these super important topics can feel, well, a little intimidating, maybe even boring.
And this slide pretty much shows the whole difference, right? On one side, you've got that classic textbook definition. I mean, it's correct, sure, but it's not exactly grabbing you, is it? But then look at the other side. Can an AI win a Nobel Prize? Now that is a question. It's a challenge. It's the exact same topic, but framed in a way that just pulls you in and makes you want to find out the answer.
So how do you actually do that? How do you make learning feel like a game? Well, the answer comes from this really cool source we're looking at today, an interactive audio show that basically rebuilds education from the ground up to be a live, hands-on experience.
It's a show called Play the Future, and the whole idea is so simple, but wow, is it powerful. The big switch is this. You're not just a passive listener anymore. Nope, you are an active contestant. You're not just sitting there absorbing facts, you're jumping in, tackling quizzes, answering polls, and it's all happening live.
And they've got this whole toolkit to get you involved. We're talking real-time trivia that gets your brain firing, live audience polls that actually change what happens next, and even these tricky audio brain teasers. They even keep the whole thing going on social media, so the game doesn't just end when the audio stops.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the rules of the game? How do they pull off this magic trick of turning listeners into players? Let's take a look at a couple of their segments to see how it works.
Okay, first up, a game they call AI Truth or Lie. Super simple. They throw a statement at you, like this one. AI has written a song that charted in the top 10. Right away, your brain just kicks into gear, doesn't it? You start thinking, wait, is that possible? Did I hear something about that?
And then bam, they hit you with another one. AI vending machines in Tokyo recommend snacks based on your mood. Now, see, this one sounds totally futuristic, but at the same time, it's kind of believable, right? The game is making you constantly check what you think you know about where tech is today. So, which one's true? Which one's the lie? By making you guess, making you actually vote on it, the show does something absolutely brilliant. It makes you invested. You have skin in the game now. And this really gets at a core principle of learning. When you have to actively work for the answer, you are so much more likely to remember it.
Okay, next up is a game that's all about creativity. It's called the Build the Smart City Challenge. And guess what? They make you the mayor. You got the power, you've got the budget for one big AI upgrade, and it's your call. What does your city need?
And just look at your choices here. You've got the super practical stuff, like automatic pothole fixers. Then there's the I want it now option, drone pizza delivery. And then something totally out there and cool, language learning street art. So when you vote, you're not just clicking a button on a poll. You're actually doing a little bit of creative world building. You're shaping your city.
But here's the thing. This is way more than just a fun little quiz. When you peel back the layers, you see there's a really sharp educational strategy going on here. It's all designed to make sure this information actually sticks in your brain.
What's so genius about it is that each game is built to work out a different part of your brain. That truth or lie game, that's your quick fact recall muscle. The Smart City Challenge, that's flexing your creative thinking. And other parts of the show push you to think deeper. It's like a full mental workout, but it's disguised as a game show. So clever.
All right, look at this number, 40%. Just floating there. By itself, what does it even mean? It's just data. It's abstract, and honestly, you're probably going to forget it in about 5 seconds. But what if we frame it a little differently?
See, that number is actually part of a question from their big quiz. The question is, by what year will 40% of daily emails be written by AI? Whoa! All of a sudden, that boring statistic is wrapped up in suspense. It's a puzzle you want to solve, and that little trick makes a piece of data not just interesting, but way, way more memorable.
So you start to put all these pieces together, and it becomes really clear why this model just works. It takes these massive, kind of scary topics and makes them feel totally approachable. It makes you an active player, not a passive bystander. And that process, it sparks genuine curiosity. It even builds a sense of community with everyone else playing along. But let's be real, maybe the biggest reason it works is it's just a whole lot more fun.
And the real takeaway here isn't just about this one awesome show.
This is like a blueprint for how we could learn everything. I mean, can you imagine applying the same game show model to something like history or economics or even biology? It could change everything.
The show always closes with this line, and it's just perfect. It's so much more than a simple sign-off. It's the whole philosophy in a nutshell. It's about empowering you, the learner. It's reminding you that you have agency, that how you engage with these ideas is actually what helps shape what comes next.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. If you could take any tough subject out there and turn it into an interactive game, what would you pick? Would you gamify climate science, quantum physics, the global economy? Seriously, think about it. The possibilities are absolutely endless.